this is Run the Numbers. My name is Jason, and you're joining me today for a very special video where I will discuss the fact that I published a video to YouTube for 100 days in a row. Yes, I created a new video almost each day and published that new video each day for 100 days in a row. So quite an accomplishment. I did that all in the name of a 100 videos challenge, 100 video challenge, something I've talked at length about on this channel because yes, for every video I talk about what that channel is, what that challenge is, and kind of why I'm doing it, what's the purpose there. And so yeah, if you've been watching these videos, yeah, you should really not be much of a stranger to the fact that I've been doing this challenge. And yes, I'm on the other end of it. I've completed the challenge, and at this point now, I want to tell you a little bit of an analysis of sorts now that I've completed the challenge. So here's the agenda for us today, what we should cover. One, I want to just talk a little bit about why I did this challenge and go a little bit into more deeper reasons to kind of do this challenge in the first place. The second thing I want to go through is what I learned from this challenge, kind of what were some of the takeaways I have now, and what were some of the positives, maybe even some of the negatives, but yeah, some bit of kind of where I am now. And then lastly, I'd love to talk about where to go from here, what I plan to do going into the future now that I've completed this challenge. Okay, so that's the agenda, to talk a little bit. Now I don't need to mention much about this challenge in the intro. Normally I have a whole intro I can just kind of rattle off, having done it 100 times now, right? So I tell you about the 100 videos challenge, but I also tell you about maybe why you're watching this and noticing all the bumps and watching how I'm walking through and getting a whole lot of road noise and all that, is that I do in this intro, in a normal intro, mention about how this video is part of the warm-up series. And yes, in fact, this video is also part of the warm-up series. So it's gonna have yours truly, I'm on camera, I'm talking to you, and I'm walking and talking on the go on the streets of Los Angeles, California. So that's normally covered in the intro. And then also, yes, I talk about the 100 videos challenge. Now I can go right through that. Don't need to talk about the 100 videos challenge. So let's jump right in and just simply talk about, yes, that first item on the agenda, why I did this challenge, this 100 videos challenge at all. Well, the whole point, and what I would often say every time, was that the effort behind the challenge was and is to create a whole lot of content and really have a library, a lot of videos that can all be watched and be useful to you, my wonderful audience, and hopefully these topics can help you as you go through your personal finance journey. Okay, that's all true. So yes, that wasn't just lip service, that was in fact the effort, but there's more to it. So to go a little bit deeper, there's a lot of different efforts as to kind of what I hope to do here with this channel. Very busy, very bumpy. Uh-oh, it might get a little bit noisy as I see a ambulance. So let's go this way. Okay. Alright, not much damage there. But yes, I wanted to do this 100 videos challenge. One, and again, beyond just the effort of making sure there's great content for you, my wonderful audience. So yeah, establish that. Let's go a little bit deeper. So one is that I wanted to be able to have this sort of forcing function, and I want this effort that I really encourage, or you could say force myself to take action and to practice and to make sure I'm on making progress. I'm on the path to the things I want to do with this challenge, with this channel. So with Run the Numbers, yes, I want to do warm-up videos. That's the whole series, warm-up series, and I'd like to do a whole lot more. And with that, I'd like to have, you could say, some credibility. All these things come when I'm forcing myself to really put in the time, put in the effort, and yes, create 100 videos and kind of come through on the other end of all that effort, because it's not easy. Let me tell you, and I'll go maybe a little bit more into this, that when I go into kind of analysis and what are the things I've learned, but it definitely incorporates a whole lot of determination and persistence, and you could even say grit, to be able to do it. So yeah, one thing is I wanted this one demonstratable challenge to show all that, and specifically to show this in this area of YouTube channels, which I'm of course completely new to. I would say I'm still even 100 videos in, 100 plus videos in now. I'm still very new. I'm in no way an expert, or I've got so much more to learn. In many ways, I'm still fumbling through it, but that's fine. Just this is to say I've at least had some amount of practice and some amount of been doing this a little bit, now having over 100 videos published to YouTube. Okay, so there's that element of just sort of making myself go about to do this. There is the element that kind of dovetails out of of building up the credibility part, that I should maybe go into a little bit of like what more that really gives me in terms of why I have credibility here. Well, I might have talked at length on previous videos, but if I haven't, this could be brand new news that yes, I do plan to have additional series. Not just me. I want to quickly get off camera and put other people on camera. And so I do hope to have series where I interview other people. I bring other people on camera to sort of, I want to say interview each other, but have something of a conversation. And that can be in some different kind of forms and flavors as to where that goes. And so to be able to do that is definitely helpful to approach different people, to ask them to be featured or even just be on camera on this channel. It definitely helps to say, hey, look, this isn't my third video where it's so brand new that you have nothing to kind of see that that is sort of fly by night. And I guess what I'm trying to fumble with my words to say here is that yes, there's credibility, and I can kind of point to something to say like I'm serious about this. So yeah, so as I approach maybe people that I want to put on camera for their business sense. Maybe they're the CEO or a founder or part of the startup world as an investor of some kind. All these kind of folks, it would definitely help then to say, hey, look, this isn't a waste of your time. I'm gonna put you on video as I wouldn't ask you to do anything I wouldn't do myself, and in fact I've done that where I've put myself on video for 100 plus videos already. So there's that element to it. If I put other people on camera outside of that world of the business sense, maybe I'm not going to ask other YouTubers, for example. I'd love to feature various YouTubers. And so having done now over 100 videos, published a whole 100 plus videos, I can kind of have that element of like, I'm one of you. I'm part of this community too. So there's definitely the element of wanting to create all this content to sort of join this YouTube creator community. So there's that element to it as well. So there's a lot of these deeper reasons. So yeah, where that goes, could I create various series that tap into that? And like I said, to put various people now on camera from the business world, startup world, all that area. That could be an area I hope to explore as a possible series. Another possible series, yes, focusing on various YouTubers. Just an idea, but don't know if I'll push into that. We'll see. But yeah, also just other people, it's helpful to say like, hey, look, I've done this literally over 100 times. Please, sort of trust me that I'll kind of take care of things that I've been there before. So that element to it as I expand into other different series, or at least explore where I could go creating other different series within this channel, it's definitely helpful to have this challenge completed. So that covers a little bit as to my first agenda item, the why. Now I got a little bit long-winded about those kind of things, so I'll try to talk a little bit faster now as to some analysis, what I've learned. Kind of already covered that I can look back and definitely tell you it's tough and it takes determination, it takes endurance, it takes grit, all those things. Definitely that's part of it. I can get into the very specifics as to the things I've learned about YouTube and about how it takes a lot to one, just reach a level where you can reach monetization and be accepted into the partner program, all this. There's all kinds of other videos out there that go into length about it, but I've learned my little bits as to what are some of the I guess you could say requirements, or what kind of goes into some of that area. So I've definitely explored the thoughts there, which I should pause to say my whole effort here isn't to reach monetization and get making this a whole big business as a YouTuber, all this. No, I'm very much aware that I'm creating content for more of the reasons I mentioned before, creative outlet and something to practice and basically a way to create great content that can be useful. So that's all great. I just wanted to mention that yes, this does provide a good avenue to at least explore kind of other areas of what creating on YouTube brings about. So just wanted to touch on that wasn't lost on me. Other things about analysis here, as to sometimes it can be something of an interesting experiment as to which particular videos and which particular video topics seem to do well in terms of views. Now most of my videos I put out there, I'm pretty much treating it like no one's really knowing about this channel, and thereby no one's really watching at this point, and that's fine. there's definitely an element here of, I'm not discouraged at all when I see a video that I plan out and I put a lot of effort into it, and I create and publish it all onto YouTube, and then check back in on it and realize, yeah, literally no one's watching it. That's fine. And yeah, part of some things to learn there is, not to get discouraged at that point, because there's a lot to learn as to what actually works, what sort of is the right formula to get people watching. That's to say, have I cracked the YouTube algorithm? All that? Absolutely not. But there's just some little things that I've kind of learned, and I could get into the more specifics. Maybe that's perhaps a topic for another time if you're truly into that. I don't know if in fact that would be something that would work well for me to go into. So you can let me know, perhaps as a comment to this video. But I realize I'm about to, let's keep going. Okay. I was worried a little bit about a leaf blower. Yeah, so a lot of it, so let's just also talk about some things I've learned. So as I go about, I really care about wanting to make sure I'll go ahead and cross here, you, my audience, get at least a halfway decent viewing experience. So if you hear loud sounds and you're no longer able to hear me, you get too distracted with that, that might not provide the best of a viewing experience. So I do my best to kind of work with what I got, but we're on the go, and that's part of the whole experience. So yeah, it's part of it. But let's not get too distracted. In fact, let's move on into where to go from here. This is the third of my agenda items to talk about. What I hope to do at this point. Well, I've already mentioned about how I'm looking to explore, finally, now with the 100 plus videos that I've made and that there's something to point to as credibility. So I'm looking to explore new series within the channel so that in fact I can get off camera far more, to a far greater degree. My other thing is, will I now publish a video every day? Well, I'm definitely thinking to slow down on that with that. I don't know exactly. It's still up in the air as to how often I'll create a video. Definitely up in the air as to create new videos and new series. I'm still figuring that out. Yes, I have already some plans for content on new series, but it's as best as plans can be. I'm still working through the finer details, but I'll hopefully have that ironed out relatively soon, and you'll get a sense as to some regular cadence to videos on possible new series. As far as the new cadence I'll have for this existing series, the warm-up series, will I slow this down to just weekdays, to just maybe 3 days a week, 2 days a week, 1 day a week? Still a little bit up in the air. I'm figuring that out. We'll see. And my other thing that I hope to see as a change, something to mention now, as far as where we go from here, what are some changes to look out for? Well, I'm hoping that somewhat soon I will reach enough subscribers that I can in fact just go live with my content. So all of this that you might be well familiar with is that I don't really do editing. I might just trim off a little bit on kind of the start and the end of the video so that you don't see me kind of fumbling to to hit the record button and hit the stop button, that kind of stuff. But overall, it's really just a one-take experience, and that's all on purpose so that I kind of get the sort of muscle memory as to what it is to have that live experience. Now there's trade-offs to that, various noise and various interruptions, all the things. Obviously, you'll have to stomach my ums and my ahs and the gathering of my thoughts. It's not just a crisp, edit to this one idea into the next idea into the next idea without the sort of awkward transitions that I go through. Sure, but at the end of the day, I want to have this live experience so that I bring an element of authenticity. I won't lie at all. I hope that it will maybe be a little bit easier in the video creation so that I don't have to do a step to it of editing. And so yeah, the convenience factor. And then there's much more to it. And maybe I'll kind of leave it there as to, and if you want, you can give me all kinds of your ideas. Leave it as a comment to let me know, in fact, I'm right on with the decisions I'm making, or you can tell me, no, I totally disagree. And in fact, I think you should have it as a more heavily produced and a kind of a more crisp and clean experience. I'd love to know your opinion on that. That's something that I'll definitely put some weight to. But for now, these are all things I think about. And so going forward, will there be some drastic changes? Well, yeah, if I get the ability to go live, that will definitely be something. So we'll see kind of as things go. But for now, yeah, I just want to kind of say I've enjoyed this experience. I'll, of course, continue to make videos, so it's not the end whatsoever of my journey here creating all these videos. But hopefully, this can be something that you can take. Maybe I can point to it and say, hey, if I can do it, you can do it. So if anything, maybe it's inspiration. I'm not trying to say you could do it, this exact thing of create YouTube videos. I'm just saying, if you put your mind to anything, maybe it's that you want to increase. Let's just take another example that popped in my head right now. Is you want to increase your learning with personal finance, and so you want to say read more books that are related to personal finance. So you set a goal of every day for 100 days, I'm gonna read for an hour, or maybe you don't have that much time, you're gonna read for 10 minutes, and thereby, you're gonna make this journey to improve the education you have related to personal finance. That's just one example, popped in my head. So hopefully maybe my efforts here in what I'm showing you of creating a challenge for yourself, completing that challenge, maybe it can be inspiration that you can create something of a challenge for yourself that applies to the efforts and the goals that you want to accomplish. So at the very least, I'm going to end you here. I'm going to end things here to encourage you to kind of, morph my message, morph my little journey into something that you can apply to yourself, apply to your own world, and have it hopefully be helpful in some way. Okay, so that's the takeaway here. I'm going to leave you there. Gotta run.